So how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. This one is on sales. It's just going to be sort of summarizing some of the experiences that I've had having sold over $400,000 worth of like consulting services through my marketing agency, and then another couple $100,000 elsewhere, through the education side and everything. Like, I really just want to talk about sales, handling objections, and how to position an offer. And before we get into this video, I do want to announce that the free one-on-one consult with myself is available. You can click the link in the description to get a free call with myself, just treycockrum.com/coaching. And on that call, I'll ask you some questions and help you think through some of the issues you're facing in your business. And if you're qualified, I'll make you an offer to either work with myself or an assigned coach, or even hop into our online program. So if you're interested in getting a free call with myself where we'll work through some of the issues you're having in your business, go ahead, click the link in the description, and let's talk about it. So in this video, I want to talk about why sales and mastering sales is probably the only thing that is required in order to grow your business beyond that multiple 5-figure monthly mark. And before I get into the video, here's proof that I am there. So we've actually seen about $31,000 in one of our best months in the agency alone. That's nothing else. That is purely delivering marketing services to the niche that we serve, which is information products and coaches online, which is a great niche, at least if you do it yourself and you know how to serve them. So let me first sort of make sales very, very, very simple. And this is referencing the online course that we have, okay? And really, it's as simple as knowing where somebody is, knowing where they'd like to be, and positioning yourself as the bridge to get them there, okay? And whenever you're servicing any niche, whenever you're helping any business owner, any individual, you really got to understand their current situation. So when you're on the phone, when you are, in a meeting with them, you're really just asking them questions and hearing about where they're at and really helping them through some of their issues, right? And what you want to do is spend some time genuinely helping them, detach from the sale completely. It's not about the sale. It is about showing them that you can help them, proving to them that you can help them, and showing them how to help themselves along. By that time, you'll have built some authority with them, and then you can position yourself with an offer and say, look, if you want to be able to do all this stuff, you want somebody to handle it for you, to work with my agency, it's only about $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 a month. We're going to handle everything for you, and it's almost guaranteed, if you can see just by how I've helped you here today, how this would be a positive ROI for you. Right? And then you want to understand their desired situation too. So when you have their current situation, which is the problems they're facing in their business or the bottlenecks they're facing or whatever it might be, their desired situation is often just all those problems solved. Here, I'm trying to figure out where I can sit where there's no sun on my face. There you go, this works. So what you want to do is, once you have their current situation defined, you really just honestly ask them, like, you want to get to know them and say, all right, so let's say these problems were gone, what would that kind of look like, and how would that change your business? So you have their current situation, you have their desired situation. With their desired situation, you're asking effectively, how would this problem being solved affect your business and affect your life? And once you really hear that, then you come in with your offer. You're like, all right, so if you want your life to look like this, and it kind of looks like this right now, why not take the plunge? Is that not worth $2,000 a month? Is that not worth, $10,000? Like, it depends on what you're selling, obviously, but if you're an agency owner and you have a qualified, profitable service that you can bring to businesses, honestly, positioning your service at a higher ticket point will often get you more sales, not less. So this is something to keep in mind. So that's the basics of sales. Know their current situation, know their desired situation. We go way more in depth in this in the paid program, which once again, you can find a link for in the description. But take that freebie, apply it, see how it works. On your next meeting when you have a business owner, don't try and pitch yourself. Hear where they're at, and then respond to the issues they're facing with solutions, and show them how working with you could bring a more streamlined solution to the grander problem, which is their business, maybe being stalled at where it's at, not able to grow further, whatever it may be. So that's the first thing. Know their current situation, know their desired situation, position yourself as the bridge. The next thing, this is another thing that we talk about in the course, and I'm going to keep referencing the course, but this is another thing we talk about in the course, which is conviction. Real, raw conviction that you're able to help somebody is the most important element, in my eyes, in becoming a consistent high-ticket salesperson. So a lot of the time when somebody's just getting into the social media marketing agency space, what they do is they try and like fake it till they make it, and honestly, I have nothing against fake it till you make it, as long as you're not being unethical along the way. But really what happens is most people don't believe in what they're selling. They are selling something because they want the money, not because they want to trade with somebody. So there's a big difference between wanting profit and wanting to trade. So when you're wanting to trade with somebody, it's basically, I have something that you want and I know that you want, and you have something that I want that you and I both know that we both want each other's things, so let's find that middle ground. That's a trade, right? And when you have conviction in what you're selling, you're more able to properly discuss a trade because you know how far you're able to push, you know how valuable what you have is, and also you know that ultimately the money they're going to spend with you will help them. So the reason recently, like for example, I was able to sell this month a $5,000 coaching package. You can see right here. And this was to a fellow business owner who didn't want to work with me on a done-for-you level, but just wanted us to come in, specifically wanted me to come in and do some coaching sessions with them on growing their online consulting business, right? And the ways that I was able to sell a $5,000 coaching package is because I knew that at worst case scenario, I'm going to add like $100,000 to $200,000 a year to this guy's revenue just from a few key fixes. So in my head, I already knew the 5 or 6 things that I need to do for them in order to make them a whole lot more money. So if I just did that, that's worth at least $5,000, if not far more. So it's really a matter of becoming valuable, and that's the next point. Make sure that your offer is truly valuable. So sales is less about manipulation and objection handling and all these things. And these are all, like, not manipulation, but objection handling is a really important element. But more important than anything is current situation, desired situation, becoming the bridge, conviction, and then lastly, quality of service. And, this sort of comes before conviction in the sort of train of events. But knowing that your service is of quality is a massively important element in creating consistent sales for whatever it is that you're selling. If you don't believe that what you're selling is of quality, then good luck selling it. Good luck, keeping them. Good luck staying around long term. Your goal should be to have the highest quality possible service that you can. Like, you want to have like monk-like discipline when it comes to developing a service that changes the lives of those who invest with you. That's what you want to do. You want to have a service that truly impacts and changes the businesses and the lives of the clients you work with. You don't want to settle for any less. And the further you settle there, the harder it's going to be to sell whatever it is that you're selling. And this is a huge disparity between the people that I see who have 1 or 2 clients and can't really scale, and the people who just make bank, impact lives, and have a blast doing it. It's because they have spent so many tedious hours developing a service that they believe in, that actually helps the business owners that they work with, and that brings value far beyond what they're asking in terms of money, okay? So whether you are in real estate lead generation, whether you are in, e-commerce retargeting, like running ads, retargeting their people who visited their website, right? Whether you are in coaching people who have a sauna on how to use Google ads, whatever it is that you're doing in terms of your agency, whatever niche it is, whether it's done for you or coaching, or if it's, helping people with ads or organic or whatever it might be, no matter what the niche is, your goal should be to be in the top 1% of service deliverers in that niche. And there's a direct correlation to the amount of value that you bring and your financial status. Top 1% value bringers are top 1% earners. That's just the truth. If you're a top 1% value bringer, you are a top 1% earner. Okay? Nobody earns more or less than the amount of value that they bring to the market. If you're complaining because you work at a dead-end job, or you're not making as much as you feel like you could make, sorry to tell you, you make just as much as you deserve to make, because the market decides who gets what. Money is influenced by people's decisions, and if they're deciding that you aren't of quality, then sorry, man, you're not really that quality yet. You need to increase it. You need to work on that. Be better quality. So to sum up this video, really in a nutshell, know their desired situation, know their current situation, define their current situation on the call when you're speaking with them, really dig into where they're at, where they're stuck, and the pain points of it, and position yourself as the bridge that will get them to the desired situation, and really define that as well. How it doesn't have the pain points, how it has the opposite of the pain points, how the pain points are gone, what life looks like, what their business looks like once their current situation is defined and reached. Next is conviction. You need to be convicted in what you're selling. You need to believe in what you're selling. You need to prove to yourself that what you're selling is valuable. And actually, an example for myself is right now, this month, I'm shooting this at the end of February. It may go up before March. But in March, one of my goals is actually to take on to my agency 2 clients that I work with completely for free, literally just to play with my ability to get them results. They're not paying me anything. Literally not even a revenue share. All I want to do is get an ad budget from them and just go nuts. And just get them make them as much money as possible, because I want to reinstill my confidence in my service. Not that I don't have it. I have massive confidence in my service, but I need to be always developing that and always making sure that I keep that confidence and that it continues to grow. So you have current situation, desired situation, be the bridge, conviction, and then ultimately quality of service. Because when it comes to sales, the most important thing is, what are you selling? What are you selling? Like, sales is not just words. It's not just tone of voice. It is, what are they getting? And do they care about what they're getting? And is the price that they have to pay in order to get what they're getting worth it? And those are the variables you have to play with. So hopefully this video brought some clarity to you. I just want to make sales super simple. It's really not as complex as people make it out to be. You can literally spend like $5,000 on like a sales course, and they will just talk about what I talked about in this video pretty much for free, and just make it way more complex than it needs to be, right? So in the program that I sell, our online course, which right now costs $1,000 and it's actually soon going to cost $2,000, we have recordings from coaching calls of me working one-on-one with people where they were literally making no sales. They had tons of appointments but weren't making any sales. We changed 1 or 2 things and they started having a 40 to 50% close rate on those sales. And that's simply because of different mindset shifts and different belief systems that a lot of people just walk through the world with, and they never question. And when you have sorts of false beliefs or false pretenses when you're moving into sales, it really affects your ability to close. So often it's just a lot of stuff going on up here, and that's why also we include a mindset training program or mindset training section in the program. So yeah, sales is way more complex than people make it out to be. It's way more simple than people make it out to be. I think people make it a lot more complex than it needs to be. Have a good service, have a conviction in the service, define their situation, define where they'd like to be the bridge. Okay, explain why you're the bridge. The only pitching you're doing is showing them why, you fix their problem, like why their problem that they have right now can be fixed easily, and what it looks like with their problem fixed, what their life and their business looks like. So there you go, you guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like. Schedule your free consult using a link in the description, treycockrum.com/coaching. We'll spend a minute really digging into your agency if you have one. Preferably, you've already got some clients. You're wanting to scale, to that $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 level, $40,000 a month level. And if that's you, let's get a meeting and let's talk about it. So thanks once again for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.